Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. We'd like to welcome you in to Duzie Live today. It's a great day, isn't it? You have only nonverbal communication at the moment?
I'm stuck in this incredible dance.
It's so good.
Welcome, everyone. This is a great day to be alive and to be fully alive. And we're talking about the fully alive revolution. That's not a revolution of get your guns and control. It's a revolution. It's a change. It's a turning. And this is where we want to help you as we are helping ourselves live
fully alive.
Fully alive. A turn that brings light and life to this world.
Yeah, so it's great to have you here. Do you know that your life is a remarkable story, an adventure that only you can create?
We exist to motivate and equip, motivate. We exist to motivate and equip you to live fully alive.
Fully alive. At the time of this live right now, we have 18 people signed into the Fully Alive Revolution. They have joined the membership.
That means there's only 22 spots left, right?
Only 22 spots left, and it just it opened up for the pre-enrollers who expressed interest. It opened up yesterday. Today is the first day it's officially open for people who are here on Duzie Live, and then after this time, we're going to open it up to others. So if you have any friends or enemies, that would also be fine. That
why would you want enemies?
Well, they might need to be fully alive.
Fully alive.
So if you have any friends or enemies that, friends, we prefer the friend one, that you think would be a good fit for the Fully Alive Revolution, we want to encourage you to invite them in. So we're going to tell you about it.
We're going to take about a half hour and just unpack the way this whole thing is going to look, what it looks like getting into the Fully Alive Revolution, what it looks like inside, communication, all that. We are trying to let people know as this whole thing develops, we want you to be the first one to know. So we're going to just quickly go through. If you have any comments, you can put them in the chat, but we're going to move quite quickly through for about a half hour. And then we're going to move over to the Zoom area.
We just will hang out
Zoom area, and we're going to hang out
face-to-face questions.
And really at that point, ask the questions face-to-face. You ready to go?
Yeah, so I think one of the cool things about this particular Duzie Live is that this Duzie Live is going to unpack the Fully Alive Revolution. And again, those of you who are here, please say hi in the chat. We can see that there's a number of you. And feel free to say who you are and where you're coming from.
Or if you just want to sit there, I'll say hi to you.
That's also fine. Some people like to just enjoy Duzie Live without the chat version. But we're going to try something that will be the reality for us inside the Fully Alive Revolution. We'll have a time of unpacking and presenting from us with an interactive join the conversation chat, like we always love to have at Duzie Live. And then we're going to pop on over to Zoom. And that link will come up, and you'll just push the Zoom link, and we'll be in. That will be the space for the for the face-to-face chat.
Now, over the last week, I've been stuck back in Zoe. Now, usually when we talk about being stuck, we talk about getting unstuck. But I really enjoy getting stuck.
And you want to stay stuck there.
I like this. I love just looking into this whole concept when Jesus says, I have come that you may have life. Quality, vibrancy, vitality from this point forward. I love that concept. And I've actually been going back into the Old Testament. The word there was not Zoe. The word there was hey. And it's not like hey you.
Hey.
It's this life. It's this rawness.
CHAY, right?
It's animated life.
Yep.
553 times in the Old Testament. 135 times, I think, in the New Testament. My numbers may be off just a little bit. But Jesus and the Bible and the stories of the Bible and the characters of the Bible and the writers of the Bible talk about life a lot. And we don't talk about it enough. And that's why the revolution is all about how to help you live life to the full.
Fully alive.
Because when Jesus said, I have come, you may have life and have it to the full, it was in this background that his intention from the beginning, the tree of life, the breath of life, all these things were moving towards humanity living life to the full.
Yeah.
Not halfway. Not, oh, I just want to be broken. No, it's living life to the full. And the people he gave in charge of it, the Jewish leaders, had turned it into a religion of don'ts.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he arrived, they had stolen, they had steal, kill, and destroy the life that he intended. And that's why he showed up and said, listen, no, it's life that I've come for life. And it's interesting because at the end of John, it talks very much about the book of John was written that you may have life. It begins talking about in him was life, and that life was the light of mankind. And then later on, he talks about we are the light of the world. And unless we understand how to live fully alive, intentionally thrive every day, the message of Jesus, the message of the whole gospel
preach, Dan Potter.
Does not work. It doesn't make any
right.
sense. So that's why it's so important to get involved with living life fully alive. And that's what this is about, helping you to do that.
Who is the Fully Alive Revolution for? It is for you if you are a Jesus follower who desires to live fully alive, and to intentionally thrive every day. It's basically that. You don't have to be there yet. It is, if you have a desire to live fully alive, then it's for you. And just what Dan was saying, Jesus has come that we may have life and have it to the full. We want that Jesus life, first of all, to fill us. And as he fills us and we learn how to express ourselves out, that fully alive life is going to carry out and go with impact to your sphere of influence and to the world.
Because what we're looking at here is how do we help you belong, connect, and grow? It's something that the generation especially are looking, where do I belong? How do I connect and grow? And so we want to give the purpose statement.
Yeah.
Let's look at the purpose.
Just a welcome in. Thanks for cheering on the preach. I could just hear your voice. That was a good preach. He was going. The Fully Alive Revolution. This is our statement of purpose for the Fully Alive Revolution. We help Jesus followers.
That's you.
To discover their purpose, passion, and impact.
Oh, yes.
By providing practical content.
Love it.
Inside a fully alive community.
Gotta have community.
Where they can belong, connect, and grow. So they can intentionally thrive
every
day.
Every day.
So Dan and I
someone recently asked us, do you really mean we can have life every day? Yes.
Thriving every day?
Every day intentionally.
We're going to learn how to do that. And the Fully Alive Revolution community, that belong, connect, and grow piece, is going to make it such an important part of it. So here is, we're going to give you the...
This is inside the course, right?
Yep. Well, this is inside the website, and this is inside the course. And we're going to give you this link in just a moment. Actually, I can just put that up right now for you. The Fully Alive Revolution, here is the link for those who are ready, they're interested, they want to sign up, or who are already there. This is the link when you come in, and this, we want to help use this to help unpack what the Fully Alive Revolution looks like. And once again, just keep asking your questions and let us know what you need to know that's not clear, and we will just keep it going.
So the first area is live interactive experience. We intend, originally we thought, let's make this like another course where it's there and people can get it whenever they want. But instead we decided this format is better, where we can actually throw out some nuggets of truth, how to actually live fully alive and have an interaction. So we want you to know that we are committed live to help you grow into that fully alive person.
Yeah, and we're doing that because you told us that is a better way. You told us that a course on its own isn't enough, that you needed the community involvement and you love the live interaction. So we're listening to you, and that's what's going to continue inside the Fully Alive Revolution.
That happens every Monday.
Yes.
And once we start the Fully Alive Revolution, every Monday, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, or 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we are going live.
That's Atlanta time where we're from.
We are going live New York time for a half hour to 40 minutes, just like this, and then into Zoom, where we're just going to have a lot of dynamic talking.
Exactly what we're going to do today. Yeah, and somebody asked this morning, what happens if I can't come to the live then those who are inside the Fully Alive Revolution can catch the replay. But we all know it's way better when we join the conversation and we interact.
But it won't be available for people outside the Fully Alive Revolution.
Yeah, and another question is, what's going to happen to Duzie Live?
Yeah, Duzie Live is definitely going to change. We're going to shut it down for a little bit. Eventually, it'll come up as a platform where we begin to record our podcast in a live situation. But we're going to shut it down while we focus in on these, at least the first several weeks of the Fully Alive Revolution. We're not going to do Duzie Live as we're really focusing. And as we see how much time commitment we need, then we may begin it maybe in 3 or 4 weeks. We don't know that yet.
Yeah, and so many of our key community players have already joined the Fully Alive Revolution, and that is where it will continue to come. So the Far Island Essentials, that thumb up bullet point right there, that is the first 9 weeks of the Fully Alive Revolution. So this is like an onboarding. We call it the essentials, the 5 essentials. We're going to run through those in just a few minutes here. But it is the orientation. Well, what happens after the 9 weeks? Somebody just asked us as well. Then the content will continue to roll out every week on Monday. What's our content after the Far Island Essentials?
We are going to take a deep dive into metamorphosis, how to actually cause our life to transform, because we're going to get a lot of information for 9 weeks. So we're going to breathe a little bit, probably a Sabbath day in there, but we're going to breathe a little bit and get in that momentum of getting ready to fly.
Okay, so the leaf bullet point, grow with a net of up to 5 people with an eagle. So you'll have a small net group that will help you process your content. And the connection, besides the rollout of the content, which is about 1 hour max a week on Monday, you will have another slot in your week, depending on what works good for your eagle and for you. And that will be 1 hour on the weeks where it is a nest group. That's 5 plus 1 eagle. And it will be about 30 minutes on the time when you have a one-on-one with your eagle. And that is dependent on the content. And if it's a group dynamics that work better, or if it's what we call tree dynamics, the whole Fully Alive Revolution sometimes is involved in some of the weeks, or one-on-one with your eagle.
Now, as we're talking now, if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat, or you can just listen to it all, and then we'll talk about it in the Zoom afterwards.
So people are also asking, how much time should they set aside?
How much time should you set aside? Well, the Mondays is definitely the half hour, 45 minutes of live interaction, and then into Zoom. So that's probably an hour if you want to give it an hour. And then on the weeks that you're having your nest time, your small group, that's going to be an hour. On the weeks that you have your one-on-one, that's about a half hour. And then there's some homework time, just what you think you need as you process. So I would give about 2 hours per week, not all in one chunk, but if you include the Monday and the small group and everything, probably about 2 hours.
Yeah, so that's the commitment time-wise. Of course, if you're deep diving into it and you want to expand it out, you can spend as long as you like on it. But that's what we generally you should anticipate for the minimum.
Let's move on to design. Design a portion of your unique Fully Alive blueprint each week. This is something I've just been working on in the kitchen.
So
we want
exciting.
you every week to be making a blueprint. This is what I learned. This is what I process. This is my fears and desires. This is how I look at this verse, whatever. But every week you're going to complete a blueprint of that week. As you look in, as you work with your net, work with your eagle, and every week you're going to collect more. So by the time we're done, we're going to have 9 of those blueprints that we put together that becomes really the compass forward in your life.
And that is a blueprint. So that's why we're having this Far Island Essentials as the foundation, that later weeks, we're just going to keep building on top of that blueprint and expand that as you understand yourself and your community and your world.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. So belong. This is all the arrows out bullet point there. Belong to a community of other international Jesus followers who choose to live fully alive. Just like we were saying in who's it for? It is for you. If you are a Jesus follower and you're choosing to live fully alive, and it is a community that you can begin to quickly belong to.
Then there's the connect side, opportunities to connect with a larger group of people from all over the world, some your same age, some older, some younger. There's going to be opportunities to connect in your nest with your eagle, but also as we look into the whole area of impact, there are people that are going to go through this experience with you that have the same heart for the same things. We're going to make sure that that connection is also made.
Yeah. And then finally, the group of people who join right now in this September intake are called the founding members, and they will participate in shaping the overall membership. So each week you get to have input that we're going to listen to, and there are things that we can tweak even in the midst of these week by week to make it better and better and better for you. And founding members get a discount of $10 off. Normally the Fully Alive Revolution is $30 per month, and founding members with the code or the discount get to do it for $20 a month.
For how long?
For as long as they are a member.
Forever.
And another question is, how long am I signing up for? It definitely, we want you to stay for the first 9 weeks, and you will be billed monthly, but you can quit anytime that you feel like it's not of value. But we believe, and we're praying that it will be of such high value that you will find this community expands into your local spaces, but gives you great foundation and interaction.
Because one of the things we see here is that this is different from maybe other memberships that you're just receiving all the time. Once you go through the island experience, the Far Island, we're going to really be seeing what is it that's on your heart. Could that be something that takes place in the Far Revolution? Is this something that maybe you want to do a talk show? Could it happen within? We want to dream with
Quite
you.
possibly,
this
yes.
is not just the Dan and Duzie show. This is something that we want people to find. I think my impact could come through this platform to other people.
Sure.
So that's going to be opened up as we move
want
forward.
to expand that. Yeah, well, let's jump into the Far Island Essentials. This is the first 9 weeks of the Fully Alive Revolution. It's kind of like orientation, boot camp. It's getting these essentials down. And all of this is on that link that is there in your offer that you can click on at any time. So these are the essential themes, and they look something like this.
Oh, I love it.
So we've got the Far Island Essentials. We go into Zoe Life, Design, Explore. Yes, we're even going to take a Sabbath in the midst of these 9 weeks. Tribe, Impact, Thrive, and Celebrate. We want to unpack each of those individually.
So we're going to start with Zoe Life. It's got to start with Zoe Life because that's where this whole journey has started for Duzie and I. And we're going to really unpack your fully alive life and looking at the verbs. And that's your values. We're looking at your rhythms. We're looking at your behaviors, and then the support you need to live that, and the expectations. Are they helping you or hindering you? Every time we learn something, we're going to go into the verbs because we want action. I am not at all excited about people just coming to get information. When we get information, we're going to process it through what's the value of that, what's the rhythm in my life, and what is the behavior that is going to come from it.
Yeah, and that's very foundational. So our first foundational element is called design. And this is where we get to choose to live by design, not default. The last 5 weeks of Duzie Live, we have been unpacking these concepts in a very mini version. And if you want to go back to YouTube, our Duzie Potter YouTube channel, you can watch Duzie Live that unpacks these 5 basic elements of the Fully Alive Revolution. And this is the first one, design. It will help you identify your unique purpose of life, and it will help you answer the question, why? And then, of course, in this, as every week, you will continue to add to your blueprint of the week.
And I love the comment that these are vibrant and beautiful, so much light in life.
Yes.
And if
Thank you for saying
the material
that.
Inside, it's just a reflection. There is so much life that is going to be unpacked. Then we look at explore. We're going to spend 2 weeks in this explore area looking at passion. We have something called passionality that we've done a lot of changing to, trying to refocus. How does that best help people
Live fully alive.
live fully alive? And not just what is the passion, but we're going to spend a lot of time looking at your anti-passion, because the reason many people don't show up in their fully alive life is because they're caught up in their anti-passion. And so we want to make that something that they're very aware of, that when you start going down, it's like, oh, I recognize what that is. I'm not going to go there. So
I want to stay fully alive.
Is all about that pursuit of who you are.
And it answers the question, what and how do I live fully alive? And then, as we said, Sabbath, we're going to learn how to rest. And there is nothing that happens, although we're going to give some rest resources for those who want them. For those who don't want them, we don't need to have those, and that's just fine.
Then we go to the tribe. It's simply that we go back to the whole idea of the net, where there's a tree, there is an eagle, there is your nest, and how do we have that in the community? But we also at this point start looking out. What do you have there in your local area, locally or internationally perhaps, and help really. The first few weeks are focused in, and now we're going to start some ripple effects out, and there's going to be some assignments actually rippling out into your society. Yeah, and it answers the question, who helps me live fully alive, but also who can I help live fully alive? And the fourth foundational element is impact. And in this week, we will identify your unique sphere of influence that will answer the question, where? And this is where, as Dan was saying, we continue to reach out, but this is where you're going to form bonds with people of like-mindedness or of complementary mindedness to help make a bigger impact as a community and as individuals. And we're going to look at something there called the 8 spheres of influence that change the world. And then thrive. Everything is going to come together that we can intentionally thrive every day. We're going to pull the blueprint together, bring it in to see this is my life. And we're not going for any kind of Christian communism here where everyone ends up looking and sounding the same.
No, everything's unique.
We love uniqueness and diversity, and each person's going to find their own unique profile that is living and breathing each day of their life. So the question here is, when do we show up? When do we move forward? And that's going to be very clear within that week.
And the 9th week, this is our week of grand celebration when we put all of these 5 concepts together. Our blueprint comes together. We're going to be partying in different ways. We'll find out, because our community will help us know what it will look like to celebrate. But we definitely love celebration. Ow! That was a good big celebration. We'll put together a chance for you to exhibit and express what your fully alive life is and your blueprint so far. It's also a time for one-on-one time with your eagle, to have that time just to launch you into the next phase of the fully alive revolution.
So we've really looked at the Island Essentials. This is the first 9 weeks that we're going to be looking at these areas, and there is so much growth coming, so much connection coming in an atmosphere where you belong.
Yeah. So here's a quick overview of what we just said again in a chart form. And this is available inside of the Fully Alive Revolution for those of you who are there already. And you can see on the left side are all of those different weeks and those themes and what we're really focusing on. But then right in the middle, you see dates. And those dates correspond. The first one, September 12th, that is a Saturday. And that is when we actually meet, and
that's the first orientation.
Our tribe tree meets together. But then all of those other dates are Mondays. And that is when we roll out that content of the week. That very next column right next to the date.
Let me just add to that. On that Monday, again, it's 10 and 4. Eastern Standard Time, 10 and 4 every single Monday.
Right, that's right. And we will have the link right there inside the course for you. So right to the right of those dates, you can see tree, nest, eagle. That is the complementary type of involvement that you'll have in the Fully Alive Revolution. So on September 12th, we're meeting as a tree. And also during the Zoe Life and Verbs, we are getting to know our community in that time. But then when we get to the design week, launching on September 21st, you will meet with your nest.
So the
5
tree is
plus 1 eagle.
The tree is the big community.
Yep.
Then the smaller is your nest.
and then Eagle one-on-one. So you can kind of plan out if you need that hour for your nest time or your Eagle one-on-one. And I just want to take this moment to say, how are the nests going to get together? Many people are asking that question. And the answer is, inside of the course, in the coming days, we're going to give you the possibility to fill out a survey. Do you want to be in a guys group? Do you only if you're a man? Do you want to be in a girls only, a female group if you're a lady? Would you like to be in a mixed group of guys and girls?
Or perhaps a specialty group of some sort.
So that could be like adult TCKs. We could have couples together, depending on what your choices are. And then we will also give you the opportunity to say when is the best time for you, which day, which hour. And that's how we're putting the nest together. You have a choice, and we want to put it together in a way that's best for you. So you see, like Sabbath week, we're not going to meet up. When we get to try back to the nest, Impact is an Eagle one-on-one week because we're trying to help you find your sphere of influence in the sectors of society. And then Nest is, again, your 5+1 Eagle. And then the celebration, that's with everybody plus a one-on-one Eagle. And that one-on-one Eagle time might go into the 10th week already as we jump into the next phase. So we're
putting the blueprint together in that very last week. That's just going to be so exciting.
Yeah, so it's really great. I just want to take this moment as well to quickly show you, for those of you who have not signed on yet, what it looks like. When you have the website link, which is right connected to this, it's an offer for you right now, you'll see the Fully Alive Revolution membership. And if you look at the small print there, it says founding member price, $20 per month with coupon or discount.
After this time, we're never going to have a founding member lunch again.
It's only
it'll
this
already
one.
Be founded.
Yep, and you make sure that you have that code there, and we'll help you with that code as well. When you click that button, you're going to come into this space that says create a new account. If you have taken any of the free Duzie Live courses so far, then you will already have an account, and you want to click that little button, and that button at the top that says I already have an account. So put in your email and your password right here and sign in. So whichever way you do, you will come to this page, and it says complete your purchase. You'll notice that it says Fully Alive Revolution membership subscription renews every month. So this is a monthly cost that it will be for you. You notice that it's $30 normal price. And then right underneath that second $30, you see have a coupon.
Now, where do they find that, Suze?
Look over to the right. Do you see that coupon code, FAR Founding Members 10 off?
That's where
you will click that button, have a coupon, and it will take you right here. You put that coupon code right in there, and then you push the button that says apply. And then you will notice that your price changes to $20 a month.
We have had some problems with people, especially in Europe, that their credit card hasn't worked or something. If you're struggling with that, please get a hold of us. There are some people that they've tried to figure it out, and they have figured it out. So please get a hold of us if for some reason it's not working, because in a couple countries, your credit card number is a little bit shorter. So,
so it's
we
a little
can
bit
help
tricky.
you do that.
But if any of your cards, even a debit card, has on Visa, MasterCard, or American Express, then it should work within the system. Like Dan said, let us know if it doesn't. And then you just push purchase. And boom, you are into the Fully Alive
You are
Revolution.
connected, ready to grow.
Whoop, whoop. All right, so once inside, you're going to come to a place that looks something like this. And one of the very important parts is my dashboard.
Forget about all courses. Don't worry about that.
If you ever click all courses, Fully Alive Revolution will not show up because it is a private membership only for people who are in. But when you push my dashboard, you will see this tab that says my courses. Now this is my dashboard. You notice that I have Fully Alive Revolution and I have Fully Alive Revolution Eagles because I'm also an Eagle. Most of you, if you're not an Eagle at the moment, you'll just have the Fully Alive Revolution. And when you click on that box, then you will be inside of the course. Now you'll know you're inside the course when you see that red bar up on the top and it says Fully Alive Revolution. and you will begin to work through the different parts of the course. If you look up on that red bar, there is on the far left, there are 3 parallel lines, and it's called a hamburger.
I call it the grilled cheese sandwich.
And if you press that, it will have a drop-down menu like this that has all of the different portions that you can click through.
Now, if you go on right now, if you're in the course at all and you're looking at that, there is a lot more to come in the next week. We've got things
we
written.
Will release
we just
it at
put
certain,
them in. Right now, there's just minimal in there, and that's okay.
Yeah, and there's more to come. We release it at the time when you actually need it. So as you go through, for example, you can click on Far Island Essentials, and it will take you to this page right here. And you want to scroll down because sometimes there's more information. Sometimes there's a PDF you can download or just look at. Sometimes there's a link for our meeting.
Sometimes a video. There's a lot of different things.
There's different types. But when you see down at the bottom, there's a complete and continue red bar. When you click that, then on the left bar, that red will fill in. And the next time you come back into the course, it will take you to where you left off. We love this as the part, because as you finish the different parts, you can go back anytime to anything you've already completed.
It's like when you go to bed on Monday and you wake up on Tuesday. You don't wake up on Monday, you wake up on Tuesday. So when you do the first lesson, you come back, you're on the second lesson. Makes sense to me.
Yeah. So when you go back to your dashboard one more time and scroll down to the bottom, you're going to see this space that's called My Community. And when you click that box that says Community Fully Alive Revolution, it will take you into a space that looks like this, Fully Alive Revolution Community.
Now the community, it's not really our chat area. We've got a different area that we're going to be chatting and have a conversation. This is like the profiles of everyone who's in the community. So you can see who's in, you can see their picture. They're going to write about it. Matter of fact, one of the first things we want you to do when you join the Fully Alive Revolution is you will go there and you will put your picture in and you'll write something about yourself, because we want this to really be a community where people know each other. So the human interest things, the things about you that maybe no one else knows, we're going to find them there so we can get to know each other and find those places where we connect even deeper.
So this one in particular, this is Elaine. She's one of our amazing eagles. Some of you might be in a nest group with Elaine. She's awesome. We actually have 4 female eagles. We have 4 male eagles. Dan and I are one of those 8. And we're going to have maximum of 5 people in with the eagles. So that's very, very exciting.
The way the process goes is we are actually eagling the eagles, and the eagles are actually eagling those who are in. But we also have people who are just coming in. So we actually have 2 groups, and we're very excited.
We love that. So don't forget, the key area to click here once you're in the Duzie courses space is My Dashboard, and that's where you can find everything. And welcome into the community of the Fully Alive Revolution. Questions, comments, emotional outbursts.
We've gone about 33 minutes almost, so pretty soon we'll hop over to the Zoom area to really get more questions. I see that some people today are a little nervous, not wanting to ask questions. That's okay. You can come over to Zoom, or you can just leave it as that is. But we want to invite you.
To chat with us in any way you're connected to us, but also to do the Zoom.
Yeah, so we invite you to be a part of this. And Susie, you've sent them the links to join the revolution, and you've sent them the links to join Zoom. Is that right?
I think right now I'm going to send you the link to join Zoom. So we thank you so much for joining us here on Duzie Live, the Fully Alive Revolution. Founding members launch membership is now open. And it will continue to be open until we have our 40 people. And then we're going to have to stop. And then the next intake time for the next group cohort, this is the A cohort. So every nest group will have a group that starts with an A, and you get to choose what it is. Next time we open it up, it will be a February time, and that will be our beta or our B cohort of people joining.
And people have asked, can I join with a friend? Of course you can join with your friend. The only thing we're asking is anyone who joins, they're seeking to be a Jesus follower, and they desire to live fully alive. If you have friends that you're like, I would love to go through this with them, you could go through in the same nest, or you could go through in a different nest. doesn't matter. But yes, you can invite people in. We would encourage that.
Yeah.
Because we want, especially this first launch that we're doing, we want to have people that either we know or someone that we know, so they'll really speak and help this to become the best platform that's out there.
Okay, so we're going to give you a link right now that says Zoom chat with Duzie backstage. And we would love for all of you to just hop over there and join us. So there is the link. Just click on the link and you will be over in Zoom. I've got Zoom already going over here on my other computer. And once you get over to the Zoom, you can turn off the Duzie Live right here on this space.
Now I'm going to be staying on here. I'm going to shut off my microphone for a moment. But if anyone has any questions, you can't get into Zoom, then come back here and I can help you do that. But we're going to go over to your computer,
That's right. And in the Fully Alive Revolution, this is how it's going to, it worked great for us this morning. So we had our webinar jam time, and then we had our Zoom time. And this is a time for us to interact together. So see you in Zoom.
Is the offer up there?
Yes, I thought.
There we go.
There we go. Yep. If you have any questions or wonder how it works or doesn't work, please let us know, and I'm ready for you to jump over into Zoom.
Hello, Zoom people. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. We're waiting for you to pop on in so we can have a chat. We can just say hi, or maybe you don't have any questions and you just want to say hi, because we want to also have face-to-face moments with everybody that's in the Fully Alive Revolution.
So we're going to shut down here. We're going to move over there. If you have any questions, you can join us there, or just send us an email at connect@duzie.com. or on any of the platforms that we're on. We would love you to be a part of the Fully Alive Revolution.
Thanks for joining us today. God bless you.